Hello? Hello? This thing? This thing on? What is up, guys? It's your boy McStamuel here. I'm going to be doing a subtle yet in-depth review of the Jump Force beta. If you follow me on Instagram or Twitter, you know that I got into it and I played it all weekend, and I gotta say, I'm in love with the game, even though I only got a little taste of it. Now, for starters, this video is going to critique it a little bit because, you know, it does have its problems, but that's to be expected with the beta. But I'm also going to be talking about everything that I liked about the game, as well as like everything I'm looking forward to in the game when it comes out next year in 2019. So for starters, the hub. When you get into the game, there's this little hub gathering for everybody who's online playing the game. It looks nice, you know. We really didn't get to experience like the full package of the hub because not everything's available for you yet. But it looks pretty nice. But when you're walking around, it is kind of laggy. You know, you jump around and it's just like, you know, for 1 second you're on the ground, next thing you know you're at max height, then you're back on the ground. It's like, it's a little tweaks, you know, little things like that. But I'm sure that's just because it's a beta and their servers aren't, you know, top notch yet. I'm sure that'll be fixed as soon as the game's officially launched. After that, the PvP combat. I only played a little bit of the PvP combat. I was more interested in trying to get the dynamic and the feel for each of the characters that they had. But when I did play it, I noticed that it was really smooth. It wasn't like, you know, it wasn't choppy. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't horrible. Like there were a couple inconsistencies here and there, but all in all, it was pretty good. Now, most of the time I played player versus computer just so I can get a feel for the characters and their dynamic and how their playstyle. I played a lot as Ichigo. For the record, I'm not a huge anime fan, but, you know, this game is probably turning me on to a couple animes that I might be interested in watching, as well as my friends. But yeah, they've been encouraging me to watch anime. I've never gotten around to it, but I've played this game and I'm just like, you know what, these characters are pretty cool. I'd like to see what their story is. I'd like to get to know them a little better, but I digress. Each character has its own unique moveset, which I like, and I'm hoping that in further progression of the game, you unlock different movesets for the character. You know, they have their awaken abilities, which is like their ultimate form. Some characters had really cool awaken abilities. Other ones were just kind of to me. So I'm hoping that they didn't show everyone's awaken ability and they were just trying to like keep it under wraps until the game's official launch. But if that is their awaken abilities, you know, Bandai, fix a couple of them. One thing I did notice though when I was playing, there are some times where they're doing like their awaken abilities or like their special movesets, and there is a little bit of lag in between transitions of the camera angles or whatever you call that. It's a little laggy, but you know, like I said, that's the beta. That's to be expected sometimes. I'm sure it'll be fixed by the time the game's officially launched. Other than that, I really have no problems with the game. No critiques other than just, you know, make everything run a little smoother, and maybe I'm hoping to see different movesets for the characters because, you know, if I'm playing with one character and I want to like main that character or something, I don't want to have the same couple of movesets and then, you know, it'll just get stale and boring. And I understand they have a lot of characters coming into this game. They only gave us a handful of the characters available in the beta, but I know that they have tons more coming out, not to mention future possible DLC characters that they're going to add to the game. So I have real high hopes for that. As far as my thoughts on what the main story will be about, I'm taking it, they gave you this little avatar to play as in the HUD. I'm guessing you get to create a character. You probably get to create which universe they're from, whether it's DBZ, Naruto, or One Piece, whichever universe you're from, and then you basically go on adventures throughout the multiple universes. I'm really looking forward to see how that dynamic plays out. But hopping back real quick to the gameplay, I did notice one thing that bothered me a little bit. Matches were best 2 out of 3, and you got to pick a whole team. But a lot of times I found myself just playing as one character the entire fight because, you know, there was really no point. Now, if you got to pick your team and a match didn't conclude until each character on your team was knocked out, that is something that they could do to critique the game and make it better. And it could still stay best 2 out of 3, and it'll feel like you're getting a lot more playtime out of the game rather than just, you know, playing as one character, knockout, win, playing as one character, knockout, win, game over. But now back to the story element. It seems like they're probably doing something like Dragon Ball Xenoverse and Xenoverse 2, where you created your character, you get to pick what race they're from, but in this case you probably get to pick which universe they're from. You could be Saiyan, human, etc. Like, if you pick to be someone from the Naruto universe, you might be able to pick from the Leaf Village, or I don't know much about Naruto, but you get what I'm saying. I feel like this is a very good play dynamic for the character and for everybody playing, where each person has their own unique feel and different character to play with, and the different play style, and, you know, different backgrounds, whatever. You know, I know it's not an RPG, but it could also feel like one if you're really into it that way. But then again, that all depends on how the story fleshes out. Now, my out of 10 rating. Now, it was a beta, so for a beta I give it about a 7 out of 10, just because it had a little bit of inconsistencies. This game as a whole, I'd probably remain it at a 7 out of 10 until the final product is out. I probably will be getting it for my channel, probably posting gameplays with me and my friends, or just even the story, who knows, because as you know, I am a walkthrough channel, you know, your boy McStaniel with the Cream Team, represent. So I'll be doing a lot of that. You know, I got future Red Dead 2 content coming up, I'm finishing my Assassin's Creed Origins series, probably going to be doing some Fallout 76, I'm not sure yet, depending on what kind of story element they give me. But definitely looking forward to Anthem when it comes out in February, and definitely looking forward to Jump Force when it comes out. Still not sure when, but I can't wait. Well, that's all from me here. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe, but I also want to hear from you in the comments. If you played the beta, let me know what you think. Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? What are the inconsistencies that you saw that I may have missed? Let me know below. Or if you haven't played the beta yet and you didn't get accepted to it, sorry. But if you want to talk about it in the comments, go ahead, be sure. Let me know what you're excited for. Let me know if there's anything that I said that you're excited for, or any critiques of what I said. Looking forward to hearing what you have to say down there. That's all for this video. Signing off. I turn this fucking thing off.